yeah, this week we got a few things going on this week. We're going to put a lot of time in on the Pepe Le Crew truck for Joey. We need to finish up kind of smoothing out the firewall. We're not really going to go in depth on that one. We really want a factory look, but we don't want to take away some of the kind of the factory bracketry and stuff that they got going on. Going to smooth out the inner fenders. We started the metal work on those a while ago, so we got to finish that up and smooth that out, get it ready for body work. Basically, we're prepping the truck right now to go to body work and paint. We also got Mike's F100 going to come back up again too this week. Going to spend some time on some rust repair on the floors and in the rockers too. He's got some issues in the front floorboards, the rockers, step plate, and the lower hinge pocket on the passenger side. Then tomorrow I'm going to go pick up a bed for the Dixxon truck. We're going to do a fleet side 5859 fleet side bed on it instead of the traditional step side bed. 65 C-10 is dropping off today. Going to start a full air suspension job on that, using our bracketry, Rytec shocks, Firestone airbags, AccuAir management, just a complete suspension kit on a 65 C-10. Also getting a disc brake conversion, power booster master, and column as well. Stay tuned. Get a lot of questions about the F100 we're building for my buddy Mike Porter. So what we got here is the chassis. We separated the body. We're going to do some sheet metal work on the floors. Wanted to just kind of showcase what we've got going on. It's a factory chassis. It does have a TCI front end on it. It has a TCI 4-link and then Rytec coilovers all the way around. Running the Coyote 5.0 on it, Tremec 6-speed, and we got some surprises too for the Tremec coming. We have a S1 sequential shifter coming from Australia for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And a nameless handbrake too. So this one's going to be a blast. Big bear brakes, 6-piston, 14-inch all the way around. Yeah, fully TIG welded exhaust, Borla XR1 mufflers, 4-inch aluminum drive shaft. Rear ends comes from John Industries. All the lines, brake, fuel, everything is stainless from Brake Quip. We got a Boyd Welding custom built tank for us as well.
So today in the shop we got a 65 C-10 that we're bagging. We're using all Rytec components for the suspension, mixed with a little bit of McGoy's. We're going to be doing the McGoy's disc brake conversion on it as well. So we've got McGoy's drop spindles and brake kit, master cylinder and booster. AccuAir for the management, bi-air compressors. Hopefully by the end of the day I'll get the front knocked out and then we'll head to the back and get going.
So today just working on the Pepe Le Crew project. That's 1973 crew cab pickup. Been working on the firewall and the inner fender wells. Trying to straighten out all the work that's been done. The fender wells, moved the factory fender wells up, made them part of the fender. So they're, when you look under the hood, it's going to kind of have a stock look, but obviously things had to be moved around a little bit to accommodate the 24-inch wheels. Still grinding.
Hey, so yesterday we went and picked up another bed for Danny's truck. 55 we're building for him, big back window truck, but I really like it when they do the fleet side beds. So we went and got 58, 59 bed, actually picked it up from the same guy that we bought the cab and the whole truck from. So I kind of mentioned to him when we picked it up that, hey, I like this idea of fleet side beds on these trucks. And so he's like, I got one. So got it back from him. It's actually in really decent shape. The sides of it, gonna have some work done here on the back cap. It's a little haggard, but we'll get that all straightened out. And yeah, that's where we're at.
Putting some notches together. We just got this in, so these are like a hot item right now. Everybody's bagging like C20, C30s. So these are some of the notches and the flip kits for them. So we're just kind of putting them together so we can get them ready to ship. Manny, what are we doing for lunch today?
It's a buffet every day.
It just depends on. I could say something right now and then later on somebody will override it, so we're all over the place when it comes to lunch.
Sweet. We're making some noise going down the road, I'm sure. Tweedledum right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's not as holy as yours.
Well, I'm a holy man.
Yeah, you are. So we've got to replumb a few brake lines. We got to put a new master cylinder in it. So before it had master line, or master cylinder with a single line and just teed to all four corners. The new master cylinder will have a front and rear designated circuit. So the rear brakes are separate from the front brakes, so we'll have to plumb a little bit and tap into the existing lines. It's a little bit better because, you know, back in the 60s and stuff, it was just you push the brake, all four corners would get equal pressure, and over time they realized you need more braking power in the front than you do in the rear. So now they have it separate so that you can proportion the pressure front to rear. You can put more braking power in the front, a little bit less in the rear. That way your rear tires aren't locking up and sliding when you're doing a hard stop.
I wonder about a guy that turns off the cooler on a summer day in Arizona. Just got a lot of rust holes in the floor panels of this thing. So we found some replacement floor panels. I've got goo all over my hands. So going to be taking these front floor pans out, taking the steps and the entry step area out, and replacing it with new sheet metal. Just get all these rust holes gone so that this truck's is solid. Solid floor, no issues, no water splashing through when you hit a puddle, you know, those kind of fun things. So I'm gonna be cutting these and cutting spot welds for a while today to get them out of the way. Yeah, I talk shit. I've known you for 30 minutes. So. I've just learned that if you just talk shit, you find out who's who.
All right, so here in the rear, we've got C-notches installed. We've got our lowering blocks, adjustable track bar, our RideTech Fox shocks installed, and then see, we've also got our rear bag bracket here installed. So now we just got to move on to the management side of the air system. And here we've got, I made up this bracket to hold the VT tank with the compressor mounts off the side. Basically now it's just a matter of running all the wiring, all the plumbing, airlines, everything like that, and getting it all set up and ready to go. It's fairly easy, especially when you read the instructions and go through step by step. They take all the guesswork out of it. I mean, a lot of guys will just throw the instructions away and try and figure it out themselves, but if you go through, follow the instructions, it makes it way easier. Everything bolted on as it should. The only like minor trimming and drilling is with the C-notch, obviously, because you got to cut a part of the frame out. But it all goes together super simple. Anybody can do this in their driveway. It's you know, you can spend a weekend doing this at home and have a cool lower truck on air. All right, so this is our wiring kit. This one's for dual compressors. You can find these on our website, switchsuspension.com. We have them for dual compressors, single compressor setups. So I'm just going to run you through what comes in the box and everything that's included. So as you can see, there's a very detailed and yet easy to read schematic. All the instructions on how to do your grounds properly, make connections properly. I mean, there's like a lot of instructions here. Shouldn't have any problem with it. All of the P-clamps you'll need, heat shrink, self-tappers, everything hardware wise. And then you've got your weatherproof boots, some zip ties, a couple weatherproof butt connectors, fuses, fuse holder, everything there. Your relay, heavy duty relay with your relay. Wiring, I believe that's your ignition trigger wire, some other wires, small wires. The braided wire cover, make it look nice too. Your two compressor wire or power feeds that are fused. So you got fused power to each compressor. We got the power wire. It's pre-terminated. All you got to do is find where you want to put your fuse. You can trim it to length, and then hook this into your fuse holder, and it's all pre-terminated, ready to go. Just the time consuming stuff. Making it all nice, routed out of the way so that it doesn't chafe or melt.
Old cars are just fun. I don't really care what they are when it just comes to working on them. I mean, I've got my preferences of what I would own, but old cars are old cars. Sometimes you love them, sometimes you hate them. This one I'm doing good. Right now I'm doing okay. We'll see where I'm at by the end of the day.